Hey guys, it's Joey again from the Just Your Average Joey channel with more average smack on things that you may or may not be interested in. It's usually about a product or something that I've been using and feel like it's worth sharing with you. Something that might save you a little money, or it might just be a great product that, like I said, I've tried it and feel like I want to share it with you. Could be just an opinion I have about something which you may or may not agree with. So it's basically conversation about something about nothing. Tonight, I want to talk to you about a product that I've been using now for about 2 years, and it's definitely saved me some money and cut down on work. So, right off the bat, there's two positives about this product. And I'm sure that all of you have been asked at one point or another in your life, or maybe you've asked the question, which do you prefer, cats or dogs? And the overwhelming response, generally for most people, is dogs. It seems that more people prefer dogs over cats. However, I did read an article not too long ago that says cats are moving up. So I like both, but growing up, for an indoor only pet, one that stays inside all the time, we always had a cat. And so that has carried over with me into adulthood, and I am a cat lover. And of course, cats are very self sufficient. They pretty much take care of themselves. And cats are meticulously clean. But of course, with an indoor cat, comes the litter box. And that's something that you have to deal with and take care of. It's just a fact. And I will say this, cats are meticulously clean. And of their waking hours, they spend over half of that time grooming themselves and keeping themselves clean. So if you go into somebody's house and they have cats and you leave there saying, I smelled the cat, well, I'm going to tell you, it's not the cat you smelled, it's the litter box. And so there's no other way of saying this. That's just laziness on the owner's part, because cats do not stink. They are, as I said, meticulously clean, and by nature, they keep themselves clean. So obviously, a cat cannot scoop the litter box, though. That's up to the owner. So if you've gone in someone's house and you come out of there saying you smelled the cat, it's not the cat you smelled, it's the litter box. So again, if the litter box needs scooping 3 times a day, then you need to scoop it 3 times a day. So, of course, with the cat comes the litter box. And we've always had indoor cats. So for the longest time, I just had the one cat, and I had him for about 13 years. We've always had Siamese cats, and I can hear it now. Somebody's out there saying, "Oh my God, that's such a mean breed, Siamese." No, actually, that can be further from the truth. They are one of the most lovable breeds, loyal breeds. They can be quite demanding and quite commanding. So they really like a lot of attention. They can be temperamental at times, but they're very affectionate and very loyal. And so, we've gotten great joy out of that breed. So I had the one cat for about 13 years, and then I had to have him put down. And of course, you go through that whole grieving process. I'm never going to have another one. That's it. I'm done. And then, of course, you get to that point where you miss the companionship. So about 2 years ago, I did decide to get another cat, another kitten. And I looked for the longest time here in East Tennessee for a Siamese, and you could just open the paper here and see tons of Siamese breeders because it's a traditional Southern cat, but I didn't have any luck. So I had to go up to Fort Wayne, Indiana with a breeder there, and they've been breeding these Siamese for about 8 to 10 years. So I decided to go ahead and get two this time because I don't know if you know this or not, but especially Siamese, they are prone to getting depressed if they have to be by themselves for any length of time. So, of course, I work full time. And after I found that out, I decided to go ahead and get two. And I have not regretted that decision at all. And I'll say this: it's no harder to take care of two cats than it is one, really, because they eat from the same dish, they drink from the same dish, use the same litter box. So it's really like you're just taking care of one, and they share it, which is a good thing. So I got two brothers from the same litter, Jekyll and Fang, and I've not regretted that decision at all. However, when I just had the one cat, I used the traditional clay litter, and or the scoopable, and I could get quite a quite a bit of time out of it before I had to change the actual litter box. And when that time came, I would take it, and I have a burn pile out in my backyard, and I would dump it on that burn pile, and it would settle down to the bottom. Because I burn things like sticks and tree trimmings, things like that, leaves. And it would settle down to the bottom, and it made this great clay foundation. And of course, that just heats up and gets really hot when I would burn. So it worked out really well. Well, of course, then when I got the two cats, it began to pile up back there. And so that was a problem. So I had to begin bagging the litter up and carrying it off to a dump site here, a local dump site. And so that became, a bit of work. So I just happened up on this article on the internet, and these cat breeders, this one particular cat breeder, same thing with them. They had all these cats, and so they had replaced their traditional cat litter with pine pellets from pine trees, actual pine pellets. And this is what they use in like horse stalls and barns and, for farm animals and things like that. So it's where they have cut down pine trees to, make furniture or whatnot. And with the sawdust, the shavings, they pound that into a pellet. And it's used in horse stalls and things of that nature. And this is what those pine pellets look like. I hope you can see that. But they are taken and they are pounded into pine pellets. Now, the first thing right off the bat that you're going to notice about these, the smell. It is out of this world. Your whole house will smell like pine. Now, it's wonderful. And, you can buy scented cat litters, traditional, and they have no scent to them. I'm not sure why they call them scented, because there's no scent to them. This is the real thing. It smells like you're walking through a pine forest, or, at Christmas time, when you get a pine tree for a Christmas tree, that's it right there. And I'll tell you this, there is no plug-in that you can buy, or no candle or pine scented spray that will smell like this. This is the real deal, authentic, and it smells wonderful. So that's the first positive about using pine pellets for cat litter. The other thing is the price. You can get a 50-pound bag of these pine pellets for right around $6, maybe a little bit over, certainly under $7. 50 pounds of these, okay? Now, your traditional cat litter, I think the biggest size that I've ever seen that it comes in is maybe 40 pounds. And right there, you're talking $30 easy or more. If you get a smaller size of traditional cat litter, which is like 14 pounds, maybe 20, you're still talking right around $20 there. So this is a definite money saver. And it's outstanding. You will get, even with the 2 cats that I have, I get over 2 weeks out of that before I have to change it. So the whole video has been about the pros of using pine pellets, and there's really no particular brand, just whatever your co-op or your local tractor farm supply carries will be sufficient. Um, but if some of the larger grocery stores sell these, not in the big 50-pound bags, I don't know that I would really go with those, because the ones that I've seen look like, first of all, they're dyed a green tint, and I'm not sure that it's authentic pine. I'm thinking that it's some kind of, just sawdust that they've pressed into these pellets, and it looks like they've dyed them green and maybe added a pine scent. So this is the real deal, pine pellets, and you're only going to find those at like a local co-op, or again a tractor / farm supply store, and you're talking a 50-pound bag for anywhere from $5 to $7. So a great deal. Now, the only of course, the whole video again has been about the pros of using pine pellets for cat litter. The only con or negative that I have found is the same that you get with any traditional litter. Once these start to break down after they use them, it turns into sawdust. And so just like with any litter, once these start to break down, it's going to stick to your cat's paws, and of course some of that will be carried out of the right outside the litter box. So you can either vacuum it up, or I keep a little brush with a dustpan and just sweep it up. So that's happens with any cat litter. The other thing that I might see as a con or a negative for using pine pellets is the switchover. If you already have cats and you're using traditional litter, getting them to switch over this, it may take a couple of days. The best way, because I had to go through that with my 2, the best thing to do is go ahead and keep using the traditional litter and start mixing this in on top, just a thin layer, and let them get used to the scent and the texture. And then, of course, gradually go away from the traditional litter to all pine pellets, and believe me, they'll get used to it in no time, okay? Now, if you don't have a cat yet and you're thinking of getting one, or a kitten, start right out with these, and I guarantee you they'll go right to it. So that is my product that I want to talk to you about tonight. It's pine pellets for cat litter. And again, there's no really brand name of these that comes to mind. Again, you can find them at your local co-op or your tractor / farm supply store. And a 50-pound bag of these will run you anywhere between $5 to $7. It's usually under 7. I think it's like $6.50 or something like that. But I don't think you'll be disappointed in these. So if you are a cat lover like me and you have to deal with a litter box, you may want to give these pine pellets a shot. Again, the scent is out of this world. I mean, it's authentic pine, and if you like pine scent, then this will do the job for you. So check these out. Pine pellets for cat litter. Who knew? Thanks for watching, and I will see you again next time on the Just Your Average Joey channel. Take care.